Hey, good morning. What's going on, everyone? It is Paul Farmer here. This is Freedom Project episode. What is this, 56? I think it's 56. That's where I come on here live, share with you my experience online, results I've got, how I get those results, mindset tips, marketing tips, just whatever's going on. Okay. So I come on here and the purpose is to really help you get better results with whatever you are doing. Okay. Help you create more income in your life. Maybe be able to create a full-time income from home like I've been able to do. Okay. So, let's see. It's Monday. Today is what? The 11th of February. So we're moving right along through this month. I mean, this month is flying. It's absolutely flying. I hope you guys are staying on track. I hope you're crushing this month. I know I've been staying up on my activity goals and doing what I am writing down and choosing to do. Uh, so, you know, that's the kind of thing you want to be doing in order to get to where you want to go. Okay. So if you haven't been doing that, start doing that. Today is Monday. So one of the things a mentor of mine, eight-figure mentor of mine does is he tells you every week to write down your activity goals. Every week you should be writing down your activity goals, not your outcome goals, your activity goals. They're different. Outcome goals, I'm going to try not to touch the table because every time I touch the table, this thing shakes. So I'm going to try not to touch that. But activity goals are goals that you can control. So for example, you want to prospect so many people. You can control that. You want to do so many workouts. You can control that. You want to do so many videos. You can control that. Now, that's an activity goal, not an outcome goal. An outcome goal is I want to make 5 sales this week. You can't control that. You cannot dictate when people are going to want to buy. You can't do that. So it's better to have activity goals. So what you want to do is write those down. They don't have to be massive or anything, just achievable. And make sure you do those. That's the whole idea. Okay. So I had to change mine a little bit. Last week I had 100 connections on there and I didn't get to 100 connections. And the main reason I didn't get to 100 connections is because I've been going through this process. Okay. So first I started with, I want to get 25 connections a day. And that basically meant I was sending out a message, seeing if somebody was open to my product, my business, my service, whatever, right? I wanted to see if they were open to it, and then I would send them some information. Okay. So since that point, I've changed it up a bit. And I have realized, especially with what I do, because it's higher ticket, costs a little bit more of a relationship is required. So now my focus is more on having conversations, like actual conversations, like learning what the person's needs are, learning what they're about, that kind of thing, and how I can help them best. So now the number, I'm just putting 50 connections because I know I'll do way more than that, obviously. With all the people I connect with throughout the week, I will definitely surpass that number. But I really want to put the focus more on having conversations. So I really want to have at least two solid conversations a day, learning, because that's really where I have excelled in the past is when I've had the conversations. It's not just getting the numbers and getting the link out to people. It's actually finding out what's going on in their life and how I can help them. That's really the most important thing. So I've always done it that way. But I wanted to test because testing is important. If you don't test, you don't know, right? So I wanted to test what I was doing. So, see what works, what's more effective. Now, for a lower ticket, because my product, what I lead with on Facebook is over $1,000. So for people to pull out their credit card, there has to be trust established. There has to be some kind of relationship established. They have to know, like, trust, or at least, know that you're going to be able to help them or something, right? You can't just go and throw a link out and think they're going to join with you. They're not. Now, for me, when I decided to go this direction, For me, it was about the training. It was about the mentoring. That's what it was about for me. So I really didn't care about the price. The price wasn't really an issue to me. It was about getting the mentoring, being able to plug people into a community that where they would actually get live training, interactive training, where a millionaire marketer would actually go and go, "Hey, Jill, what's going on? Why aren't you doing X? What's going on in your head right now?" And really, that is the stuff that's going to move the bar, that's going to move people forward, that's going to help people get past their whatever's holding them back, whatever's holding them back. And I've learned from an 8-figure marketer that it is better for you not to be training your people. Yes, you can give them guidance. Yes, you can, but you don't want to be the front man, because they don't listen to you as much. And here's the thing, okay? Let's say you bring people into, and I've done this. I've had a pretty large team, and let's say they're not showing up to your trainings. Well, even if you're not trying to, what could happen is you're going to possibly get a little bit upset because they're not showing up. And you're going to be like, well, what's going on? Doesn't anybody care? Does anybody want to actually be free financially? What is the deal here? And that kind of energy, even if you don't say anything, is going to be felt by your team. So the lesson I learned from this process was to direct people to a third party that you trust. They're not going to go and take your people or anything, and then allow that person to tell them the messages they need to hear. Now, of course, I'm going to still say some things, but I was doing live training every day of the week with my team, and I wasn't having a big turnout. I wasn't having a lot of success happening. So that was really kind of getting me, even though I wasn't saying it, it was really starting to piss me off, to be honest. And I had to take a step back. I had to go, okay, this isn't working. And what does work, though, is directing them, plugging them into a community that's already established, that has. It's just different. When you hear the advice, I could give you the same exact advice my millionaire mentor gives you, but because I am not, earning 7 figures right now, you're going to listen to the 7-figure earner over me. Okay. So 6 versus 7, you're going to listen to that person, and you're probably going to listen to an 8-figure earner over a 7-figure earner. It's just the way it is. I know that's what I'm going to do. I'm most likely going to take the advice of an 8-figure marketer over anyone else, because they have reached the level of success I want to reach, right? So I'm going to listen to them most likely, over someone that's not doing a whole lot, right? Or hasn't reached that level. So I wasn't going to talk about this, but I think it's super important to understand this point. If you're trying to do everything yourself, it's really going to backfire on you. It really is. It's going to stress you out. You're going to use up a lot of energy, a lot of time. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to do what I did. Not that I can't train, not that I don't know my stuff. It's just I find it a lot less stress on me to plug people into others that have greater success than me, because they're going to get the training they need. They're going to get the help they need to break through. The mindset training, the skill set training, and more likely when they get around the fire, when they show up to the live trainings. Of course, you can't control that, but it is an option. It's there for them. When they get on these live trainings, they listen to the words, they see the results from students, and they are literally pulled out and put on the spot. And I know some people don't like that, but that's what they need. That's what they need. That's where growth really happens. Okay. So there's that. The topic I really wanted to talk about today was something I wrote down, my quote of the day, and it's the ability to say "woe is me" shows the abundance of inactivity. Okay, so here, basically, what that means is, if you're feeling sorry for yourself, if you're being the victim, If you're saying like, oh, why doesn't anything work for me, or just whatever, you're feeling down, that just means you're not taking enough action. That's what it means. And I have to take that to heart too, because there are times where I feel down too, So and I really resonate with this. I really believe this, because when you are taking action, you can't feel bad. If you're taking massive action, you can't feel bad. And, people throw this out all the time. What's massive action? Well, like my teammate said, taking action, it needs to be specific, right? It can't just be like you could go and open up the door 1,000 times, that's taking action, but that's not productive action. That's not going to produce any kind of income in your business. It's going to maybe wear out your arm, maybe create a little bit of a breeze coming through if you're doing that. I don't know. But it's not doing anything for your business. So you want to take focused action. So there's a lot of different things you could do to really grow your business. One of them, which is free, is connecting with people on social media. It's free and it's effective if you do it, but you got to do it a lot. And it is a skill. It is something that you develop over time. And it's not something that you're just a master of all at once. Like, it's going to take some time. I'm not a master of it. I'm probably better than the majority of people out there, but I'm not a master. There's no possible way I'm a master of that. Yeah, and that's only because I keep doing it. That's only because I reach out to people all the time, and I practice that. And I'm constantly working to sharpen that axe. Doing videos. That's another way for you to get content, get people to know, like, and trust you, establish that relationship. And that's going to make you money. Now, is just doing videos going to make you money? Probably not, because you need to get an audience. You need to get people to see your stuff. If you're making videos, you have like 0 subscribers, you have no viewers, no one's seeing your stuff, no one's hearing your message, no one's getting to know who you are. So, but through repetition and doing it, and then working to get your videos out. So if you're building an email list, now you can send your videos to your email list, and more people are going to see your stuff. Same with putting it on social media and things like that. So these are income producing activities. Paid traffic, building the list. That's an income producing activity. Sending emails to your list. That's an income producing activity. Doing webinars, income producing activity. Gathering people together and teaching them, not exactly a webinar, but teaching them something you learned is an income producing activity. These are things that you should be focusing on to create more income. These are, working on your mind it's not directly an income producing activity, but it can produce income because you're working on your mindset, if that makes sense. But you want to be doing the actions that are going to make you the money. Okay. And so here's the thing I heard Reagan say. He said anytime he felt down, he would have like a trigger, right? He'd have a trigger. And his trigger was, if he's feeling down or things are slow, he would go prospect more people. That's what he would do. Now, if you're feeling down, you could go and make a video or whatever, but he would do something positive that would help build his business, instead of going, oh, it's a terrible day and I feel horrible and, things aren't going the way I want it to go. Because you can't feel bad when you're taking action. You only feel bad in the downtime. So that's about all I got for today. I got to get some food in me. I had a very, very, what's the word? A strenuous workout this morning. I didn't think I was going to get through it, to be honest. It was high energy. It took everything I had to get through it, but I got through it. I feel better, Mondays are always like that, by the way. But, if you want to learn how to create income from home, my number one, like what I do, what I've been doing, how I've been able to create a full-time income is right below the green check mark. Just click that, check it out. I only send out information that's going to benefit you, that's going to help you get to a place where you can actually walk away from your job if that's something you want to do. Not everybody wants to do that. So that's why I say it that way. But I mean, that's what I do. That's what's got me to full-time income. That is what I use for absolutely everything. Okay. So, I see a lot of stuff out there that, people are jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing. And that's a whole nother topic. But if you want to create more income, solid program. I have my own private group where I provide training. In fact, I'm going to start doing live training, like a webinar, bringing everybody together and working with you. So if you're in that group, you're going to get the invitation, working with you to help you break through whatever's going on with you so you can start creating more income. So you can have, so you can go on a vacation instead of doing a staycation because you can't afford it, right? These are all things that I experienced before, where I was like, I couldn't go on vacation. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go anywhere. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So I want to give back. I really want to help. And I really do believe that the vehicles, I'm talking about a couple things, but the vehicle I have right below is what could help you get there. Absolutely get there. Okay. Because it's done it for me. Proof in the pudding. Okay. So click on that link, green check mark, and you guys have an awesome day. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it. Any comments, anything you want me to go over in the future, let me know. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.